Hello and welcome. My name is Alex Centeno once again with Mercado's Interactive Partners, and in this episode we're going to be taking a look at something that one of our YouTube channel subscribers was asking about, which is how to administrate your brushes within Photoshop. And so we thought about doing a video cast instead of just answering the question via text, because it's a nice topic, and of course it can make you have way more professional projects if you understand how to use different kinds of brushes within your project. So let's take a look at that. But before, let's talk about our main sponsor, of course, Mercados.com, MERKDOS.com. And Mercados' focus is to help businesses of all sizes to make more money online through the use of strategic web design, custom digital media development, and web marketing. So for more information, you can call us at 1-888-525-8117 or visit us on the web at mercados.com, MERKDOS.com. Great stuff. And so let's get to it. So here I am in Photoshop, and of course, I can go to the brushes panel by clicking the tool, the brush, and then going up here to the upper panel that allows me to see just a quick amount of little settings for the brush that I'm utilizing at the right time, at this time. And so if I click here on top of the thumbnail, I'm going to be presented with the different brushes, or what's called the presets of brushes that are available to me for this project. And of course this can change over time, especially if you keep adding or changing your brushes. You're going to see that this becomes a different set of brushes. And so how do we get them to be like this? So first of all, if you see this gears icon to the right top here, you can click over there and you're going to see some options here. Of course, the beginning of the options have to do with how to create new brush presets. So all you have to do is basically configure your brush the way that you want it, and you can save it as a new brush preset just by clicking over there. Then the section here allows you to change the view, or the way that you view your presets. So you can say, I want to just take a look at them in text form, or I can select some other ones. If you want to see a preview of how they're going to look when you apply them, you can use the stroke thumbnail one. Of course, I find this very interesting for some people that are very visual. So if you're that kind of person, then this probably would be your favorite preset. And in my case, I really like the small thumbnail, so I can see a lot of my presets at the same time within the screen. Then we can go to the preset manager, and if you click over there, you're going to see a new window. And in this window, we're going to have basically the different presets of brushes that we have for this project, and we can load some others. So if I click on the gears, again, we're presented with a very similar panel or menu here. And so if I click in one of the presets or sets of brushes that I have here, then it's going to ask me, do you want to append it, or do you want to just replace your current brushes with the one you selected? And so if I click OK, I'm going to replace my current brushes with the brushes that I selected. And of course, Photoshop, depending on the version that you have, it's going to come with different sets of brushes that you can, of course, select. And so you can select dry media brushes. Okay, and so far we've been just replacing everything in our brushes manager. Of course, instead of that, we could just append them. So at the bottom, it would not remove, well, it would not remove the ones that we have before, but it would just like add them. And of course, if you keep appending and appending and appending, then they keep adding over and over at the bottom. So how do you go back to the ones that are the default ones? Well, you just have to click reset brushes and then hit OK. And that's going to bring you back to the ones that are the default brushes. Now, Sometimes you don't want to just have the default brushes to work with. Sometimes you want to have your own set of default brushes, and the way that you do that is just go ahead and set up in the preset manager the ones that you want. So let's say that I wanted those there at the bottom, and let's say I wanted also the special effect brushes at the bottom. And so let's say that this is my the way that I want my default brushes to look. And so once I'm there and I'm happy with the different brushes that I have, the selection, then I can just click on the first one, hold the shift key, and then click on the last one. And then after that, the save set is going to be enabled, and so I can just click there and save this as any name that I want. For this demonstration, I saved mine as main brushes, and so I can load them at any time. And so instead of doing a saving here, I'm just going to go ahead and click load, and I'm going to select my main brushes and hit open, and of course there you go, I have like my main brushes. But one thing that you can see is that some of them are repeated, and basically what happened was I just basically did it without resetting my brushes. Replace brushes, there you go, main brushes, open, and there you go. So very basic, of course. You first reset them and then you replace them. I'm pretty sure you probably can just do replace instead of having to reset them, but it's probably a good idea to just reset in case you just want to go to the default ones. Great. And then the other thing I wanted to talk to you about today was about new sets of brushes. So let's say that you've gone and exhausted all your brushes, and you've gone also to your brush effects panel. So you've seen already this, and you've changed the dynamics and the scattering and texture of the brush that you're using. And so you've already exhausted all your options with the brush that you have, and yet you don't have the effect that you're looking for. So you need to download a new specific brush. Of course, you can make your own brushes in Photoshop, and that would take a whole new video cast to take a look. But also you can download some of them for free on the web, and there's a site called Brusheezy. We're gonna look at that right now, brusheezy.com. And they have all sorts of brushes available for you to download for free. And so you can go to the one that you want. Make sure to check the license for each one, because some of them are free, some of them are open source, some of them, you can use for commercial projects and so forth. So make sure to check the license before you use it in commercial settings, and then hit download. Once you do that, you are going to go back to Photoshop, and in Photoshop to load this new kind of brush, all you have to do is go to where you downloaded your brush and double click on it. That's all you have to do. Double click on it, it opens Photoshop, and if we go now to the brush panel, you're gonna see them here at the bottom, appended, and of course you can save them and whatnot. You can do whatever you prefer at that time. And this is the brush that I've been using for just the little demonstration that we have here. So go to brusheezy.com, select the brush that you want, in this case the light brushes, download them to your computer, open or download the zip, unzip it, and then double click the file, and you'll add it to your brushes, and of course you can use them in your projects perfectly. So anyways, that's basically a good overview of how to administrate your brushes, how to get them to be in a particular way, the way that you want them. You can of course move them around, make them in a different view. You can make them as text, you can make them as a preview of how they're gonna look in your project, so that it's easy to select them before you actually act with them. And of course, by administrating your brushes, you'll be more effective and faster in getting your projects completed. We hope that this has been great. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Alex Centeno with Mercados Interactive Partners. And don't forget to check us out at mercados.com. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.